Hi everybody, my name is Jaden.
My name is Eli.
I'm Jason.
And I'm Caden. And we are the YHWH and the Torah YouTube channel. And we are so glad you can join us. It is a preparation day, and that means that if you are new to this channel, that means that tomorrow is a Shabbat. That means today will be your day. You cook your food, you prepare your house, and you get it ready to spend the rest of the day with Yah. And you spend your Saturday, and you spend it sitting with Yah, resting with Yah. So we're going to go over the Torah today. We are reading that. We are in Exodus 36. We just went over how Moses broke the 10 Commandments out of anger because the children of YHWH, while he was gone, they made a gold calf, they worshipped a false god after they were told not to, not too long ago, and they went and did it anyways, and it angered Moses. So now he had to roll the stones back up the hill, write them, and he's back down, and now we're building the tabernacle, the altar, we're building everything that Yah had told him to make.
And he said that all with one breath. Wasn't that cool? Thanks, Cade. We appreciate that. And yeah, thank you very, very much. Cade did a great introduction on that. And how are you guys doing?
Good.
Good.
We're actually not on preparation day.
This comes out on preparation day, but
we're actually on. I think we're on what, Wednesday?
Today's Wednesday.
What day is that? Fourth day.
Fourth day.
Yeah.
Fourth day on the Creator's calendar, and so our cow has not died, and so haven't had to do what we thought we were going to have to do. So she's not great, but she's not dead. So we are actually rejoicing in this and trying to get her back to health and doing what we can. So hopefully we will not have heartache here. But all glory to YHWH in everything. And gentlemen, how you doing?
Good.
Jade, what are you working on today?
Okay, today we're just fixing up the cow coop, make sure she's nice and soft, and
Talking the mic, son.
flour as well.
Yes, and so this is for everybody out there, our big digital family. I know pretty much what everybody did because I run the management of this team. But for everybody out there, it kind of gives you guys an insight of what we are doing, how we are doing. And all you guys out there are our big digital family, and we thank you guys so much for sitting here with us and spending this time. And we've met so many nice people and kind people that are in the comments, and a lot of single parents that are listening to this with their kids. And so a big shout out to all the single moms and single dads and those who are emboldening their children with the Torah and letting them listen in. And we are a peculiar people because we are a set apart people. And being a set apart people means what exactly, Eli?
It means that we are righteous, we are following the Torah, and we are with YHWH.
How would you be righteous, Eli? How would you be set apart?
By doing what YHWH has told us to do.
How would you be set apart?
By following the Torah.
Okay, listen, I'm not getting this. Okay, how would you be set apart from the rest of the world?
One eats.
One eats, right. So being a peculiar people, you do not look like the world or taste like the world in any way, shape, or form.
You see the world dresses terribly, the world acts terribly. You could hear it in their speech, you hear it in the way they do their actions. The actions speak louder than words, and that is what we are told to do. We are told to act according to the Torah, and the Torah is just what we're going through right now. The first 5 books of the Bible, we're going through the commands, and nothing here so far has seemed too hard. Nothing here seemed crazy, and there's not actually 613 commands, which is what the Jews put in there, and the 613 is just, it's a crazy, actually, it's a kind of like a numerology number that they put in there, which is actually a crazy thing that the Jewish people did back in the Kabbalah days. And so there's actually not 613, there's maybe 200, we'll get to it, we've only up to like 50 or something like that right now. So yeah, this is what we are doing, we are in the Torah, and being a peculiar person means you are living according to what the Torah tells you to do, because the rest of the world is not doing what the Torah tells you to do, and that's why Yeshua came down to set us apart, right? He came to restore us. All the people were living worldly, they were living the life of the Kabbalah, they were living the life of the Talmud, and Yeshua says, no, that is not the right way to go. The right way to go is according to the Torah.
Wow, Cade said it all in one breath again. That's awesome. Now, I'm coming back to this question that I had for Eli, but I'm asking Jade now. How are you set apart? What do you do some stuff that you do that the world doesn't do?
We don't act like the world, we don't do as the world does.
Do you watch TV?
No.
Okay, that's what I was shooting for. Do you listen to music?
Nope.
What music do you listen to?
I guess Hebrew praise and worship we have here on the channel. There's a guy named James Block.
Yep.
Joseph Israel.
We listened to Becca Shea, but Becca Shea kind of went to the dark side.
Also Joshua Aaron, although he's kind of he kind of implements some Jewish stuff into his videos.
Josh wears a skull cap, but he does sing about the Messiah, so yeah, we do that. How else are we set apart? We don't date. You don't date. You've never had a date.
We keep the Shabbat.
We keep the Shabbat. What else? What other things do we...
We don't eat pork. We don't eat shrimp. We don't eat clam chowder.
Yeah, all those things.
All those delicacies in the United States, right? You have your hot dogs, you have your bacon. Those are like kind of like almost like branded things for Americans, right? That's the number one American brand, hot dogs. You have those.
They definitely branded it the American food. I don't know, what did they call it, Nicole? Like the All American food or something? I don't remember what it is. She doesn't remember either. Hot dogs. What is it? I've lost my. I don't remember. Something about baseball and hot dogs. I've lost my heritage, I guess, from North America. But anyway, what else? What other stuff do you guys do that the world doesn't do? You mentioned zeet seats. What are zeet seats, Cade?
Zeet seats are these little strings. They're never really a size regulation on this, so it's just a couple blue strings and a couple white strings put together, and they're knotted up together. I think there's, 13 knots or something. I don't know what the tradition is towards that.
That's tradition, because we don't have any of that.
We weren't told to put there. I think it's just one knot you tie, because you have to tie them all together. If not, they'll be all kind of strung out, so you have to tie them together.
Here comes Nicole.
There's a certain way that you do it is actually spelled out YHWH.
Yeah, but that is still tradition.
It might be, but we don't know.
Well,
it's not anywhere.
We don't have any guide
In
for
the
it. So if
Bible.
you just take some blue and is it purple? What color is it?
It's blue and white.
Blue and white. If you take blue and white and put a couple pieces down and hang them from the four corners of your
person.
Yeah, of your person. And how do we do that? Because we don't. The Jewish people actually have like little eyelets built into their clothes.
So the way we do it is we have a belt with little loops and the what are they called, grommet, I think.
Yeah, it's a webbed belt. I think they call it. Is it a web belt? I think it's not a web belt.
It's like a dual hold. There's like two holes on each
all
side.
up in the middle of it.
And we just take. There's some CDs come with clips and some just come with a loop, and we just take it and loop it inside and like basically pull it through.
So we have zeet belts. So we don't leave home without our zeet belts. And what does the zeets represent, Eli?
It tells people that we follow the Torah.
Yeah, and it also, in the end times, it says that people that wear zeet seats, people will look for them. They will actually, hey, do you know Yahuwah? And you know, if you have zeet seats on, you will actually turn around and you go, absolutely. What do you guys want to know? Let's talk about it. All right, well, that's it. Thank you, boys. I really appreciate that. And I know a lot of you guys, so make a noise here. Sorry. A lot of you will listen in with us, and we totally invite you into our family, and we appreciate this. So let's get into the Word of Yah and see where we're at. And it looks like I need to get into the Word of Yah. We are Exodus
36.
36. All right. Exodus 36. Now we're going to do the little handy dandy split screen thing. And we're going to go right here, and I have my little apprentice Eli, and he is running the top while I run the bottom. Okay, so Exodus 36. Then wrought Betzael and Aholiab and every wise-hearted man in whom Yahuwah put wisdom and understanding to know how to work all manner of work for the service of the sanctuary according to all that Yahuwah had commanded. And Moshe called Betzael and Aholiab and every wise-hearted man in whose heart Yahuwah had put wisdom, even everyone whose heart stirred him up to come unto the work to do it. And they received of Moshe all of the offering which the children of Yashrael had brought for the work of the service of the sanctuary, to make it withal, and they brought yet unto him free offerings every morning. Okay, now what were these guys doing, guys?
Bethiel and Olihav, or Betzael, they were the makers of the tabernacle and the gold workers and the people that would basically build. They were the architects.
He's the man.
They were the construction workers, and Yah had for some reason chosen them as probably.
Were they construction workers or they were the architects?
They
were
both. They're pretty much both. Well, Yah's kind of the architect because he kind of put throughout the layout of it, but these guys kind of had to figure out how it all went together. Right? They had to put it together, and I assume they had previous work in this from Egypt if they had the knowledge and the understanding to do it, because that's just kind of a hard thing to understand how to build things unless Yahuwah super gave them all the knowledge to. I think he put it on their hearts to do it. Like they said, I will volunteer for it. So.
Right, and so they're letting a whole bunch of volunteers do a whole bunch of cool stuff right now. Okay, and all the wise men that wrought all the work of the sanctuary came every man from his work which they made. And they spoke unto Moshe, saying, the people bring much more than enough for the service of the work which Yahuwah commanded to make. And Moshe gave commandment, and they caused it to be proclaimed throughout the camp, saying, let neither man nor woman make any more work for the offering of the sanctuary, so that people were restrained from bringing. So what does that tell you guys?
It just means everyone wanted to bring so much. Everyone, after they had messed up this whole thing, they were all bringing gold, they were bringing everything they had to contribute to it, and it became to the point where he's like, we have so many piles of gold, we have so much wood. He goes, there's too much for this building we're creating. What do we do with all of it? And Moses is like, all right, we'll just stop what we have. We'll see what we have.
That's amazing.
Stop bringing it. It's like when Solomon built the temple a second time in YHWH after he was given the
Starts
instructions.
slaughtering like
and he's
madmen.
like, and people were bringing bulls. They were so excited to like have feast with Yahuwah and bring him back into the land that he's like, stop. There's too many animals. Just stop. It's like
Thousands
he's
and
like,
thousands of
we'll never
bulls.
finish. We'll never finish. We'll never end off the killing.
Yeah. So, I mean, there are a lot of people on fire for Yah, and I know there's a lot of you guys out there who are on fire for Yahuwah as well. And, that's exciting. These are exciting times that we're coming into. Because, I mean, the remnant or whoever it is that are saved, there's not a tremendous amount of them. So I've come to the conclusion that for the majority of the people, I think everybody's poor. I think the people of Yah have been blessed with being like poor. But I know there's some people out there that have it. But so, if you have wealth, be thankful. Be extremely thankful to Yah, because he gives and he can completely take away in a heartbeat. All right, 7. For the stuff they had was sufficient for all the work to make it, and too much. And every wise-hearted man among them that wrought the work of the tabernacle made 10 curtains of fine twined linen, and blue, and purple, and scarlet, and cherubim of cunning work made he them. So here we go again with these colors, right? These are all the same colors that Yah loves, like lots of these blues and purples and scarlets. I guess this scarlet's kind of a red.
Yeah, it's kind
So
of.
it's like
it's like a.
It's kind of like a purple, right? It's like a light purple.
I think it's more of a.
it's like a
brown, right?
It's like a shiny red.
We're discussing like this because I'm colorblind and I can never get colors right. So the boys will tell me like some green lawnmower, and I'm like, that is absolutely not green.
That was
It's
orange.
like
It was red and orange.
Whatever they're saying, it did not look like that at all. So colorblind is interesting life. Okay, the length of one curtain was 28 cubits, and the breadth of one curtain 4 cubits. The curtains were all of one size. And he coupled the 5 curtains one unto another, and the other 5 curtains he coupled one unto another. And he made loops of blue on the edge of the one curtain from the selvage in the coupling. Likewise he made in the uttermost side of another curtain in the coupling of the second. Now it says loops in this one. What does yours say, Kate? Because the last one it said it had a funky word instead of loops and hoops.
Mine says loops. It just says loops.
Huh. All right. Well, the other ones had a funky one in this
Yeah,
version.
it was like I don't remember. Super.
Taches?
It might have been
Taches, or
Taches
taches,
or
Taches, taches. Yep. 50 loops made he in one curtain. There's that number again, 50. Things in 7s and 50s. 50 loops made he in one curtain, and 50 loops made he in the edge of the curtain, which was in the coupling of the second. The loops held one curtain to another. And he made 50 taches, there's that word, 50 taches of gold. What'd you say?
He
Hooks?
made. Where about Jobs? Yeah.
13.
Yeah.
Pay
Yeah, it
attention-
says
pay
hooks.
attention, kid.
It says hooks.
Up here in the NIV
fighting
it says
dogs.
clasps.
Okay, so class. Okay, so it's different than the hoops. So the hoops.
So taches is hooks, not.
Yeah, so these are different. So he made 50 taches of gold and coupled the curtains. Okay, yeah, so these are the hooks, I think, that go inside of the hoops. So taches of gold and coupled the curtains one unto another with the taches, so it became one tabernacle. And he made curtains of goat's hair for the tent over the tabernacle. 11 curtains he made them. Now, why 11?
I don't know.
Why not 12?
I'll probably because Levi didn't get inheritance because they were.
No, that could be because they are the priests.
Yeah, they are the priests.
That could
They
be
were the
interesting.
curtain.
I don't know if that's true, but I mean that
That could be something.
could be something.
It's a theory.
Yep. The length of one curtain was 30 cubits, and the 4 cubits was the breadth of one curtain. The 11 curtains were of one size. And he coupled the 5 curtains by themselves, and 6 curtains by themselves. And he made 50 loops upon the uttermost edge of the curtain in the coupling. And 50 loops made he upon the edge of the curtain which couples the second. And he made 50 taches of brass to couple the tent together, that it might be one. And he made a covering for the tent of rams' skins dyed red, and a covering of antelope skins above that. So I wonder where they got the antelope.
Mine says ram.
Ram? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's like wondering where they got the antelope at it. An antelope is not something.
They're pretty fast.
They bounce like deer, and so they. Have you guys ever seen deer?
Yeah,
bounce?
I think we've seen a video once of antelope.
Yeah,
Never
so-
seen a physical antelope.
Yes. No, I shot one when I was a child. Yeah, that was, I guess, my claim to fame. I killed an antelope.
All right.
Yeah, great. And he made a covering for the tent. So let's read this one again. And he made a covering for the tent of ram's skin dyed red, and a covering of. You guys have rams. What's the first word? Ram skins.
Ram skins.
And then the other set's ram skins.
Yeah.
Why would it say 2 ram skins and a covering of ram skins above that? Why would you just say? Well, wouldn't it say the covering for the tent of ram's tent and the covering?
This one is really weird. It says of dolphin.
Dolphins.
No.
Porpoise skins. Wow, there
Those
you go.
are like fish.
Yeah, so hey,
Oh, no,
But I
wait.
don't
these
know.
translations just cannot get this.
A
Yeah,
dolphin?
I
Where they get it is like Moses out harpooning a dolphin.
Dude, they're out by the ocean, dude. They completely go out there. They can figure this out.
I don't think they took a dolphin skin. That was never commanded of them to go grab a dolphin. I mean, it's like an unclean animal.
Is it?
A dolphin's not clean to
It
eat.
didn't have scales, does
No,
it?
it's just a
I think,
giant.
but rams, I think, can eat. So
Ram, so it's probably...
I'm pretty sure he's not gonna
An
have.
antelope, though, I think an antelope chews the cud. It has hoof foots.
I think it's clean. Yeah.
I think it's like a
clean.
deer. Hoofed feet, not
yeah,
foots.
we're eating antelopes. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, we're down south here. I've lost
Split
my English
hoof.
I'm
language.
pretty sure they
Split
didn't
hoof.
use a dolphin on it.
Yes, it's probably not a dolphin, but let's go on that. When that was in what?
That was in the Amplified.
Amplified.
I'm
Okay.
looking at Septuagint real quick.
Moses
Alright.
went out fishing, I guess.
Hey, somebody had to fish.
That's a big thing though.
36, right?
Dolphins are
Yeah,
big.
would there be a
Dirty.
dolphin in a river? Wouldn't there be more like an ocean?
No, you wouldn't find one in a river. You find it in an ocean. It's an ocean animal.
I mean, how close were they to the ocean? I don't think they were that.
I think they were pretty close. I think Israel's right on the edge. There's oceans or a giant sea or something. I think there would be dolphins somewhere around there. I mean, they're right on coast.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure they weren't fishing for dolphins. That was not their objective.
How do you know?
It never once was commanded. I mean, I don't think Yah's gonna go. All right, go take a pig,
I haven't
cut him
heard
up,
of-
and use him for the door.
I can't remember hearing a dolphin before in the Torah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know.
no. I mean, it's an unclean animal. He's not gonna have his tabernacle made of an unclean animal.
Is eating dolphins.
Yeah,
just
that's
not.
true. That's true.
He's not
yeah,
gonna go.
I'll go with that.
He's not gonna go. All right, take the pig's tail and use it for some twine.
Yeah.
He's not gonna take the pig's.
Take this, the height of the skin.
All right, take this unclean dolphin. You're gonna use it for my door.
That's a very good point. Very good point.
Yeah.
And okay, let's go. Let's continue on. Definitely, it's probably more like ram skin again. Maybe antelope skin. Maybe because if it's antelope skin, unless they dye it, and see, and the like antelope skin is going to be like two different colors. It's going to be like a beige and a white or something.
Up top of the KJV says badger skins.
Oh my goodness! Now badgers. I don't think badgers are clean
No
animals.
Those aren't
way.
either-
They'd be killing millions of badgers to get those.
Badgers are small.
But that still, Yah would have unclean animals on
Yeah.
his temple.
Wow,
That can't be
what is-
badgers.
It has
What's
to be
so
rams.
hard about the why? What
This
I
is-
wonder what the original Hebrew word is. Why it's so confusing for everyone.
It must be completely
You got
confusing.
dolphins and badgers and
it's probably
antelopes.
mammal skin.
Yeah,
Oh.
antelope skin would be a cool looking design, and it would be like deer skin. It would be like
Could
any
be like a
those
lot of
skins.
languages where one word could be a whole bunch of different animals.
It could be. Yeah, I don't know. I would say probably ram skins. I guess we shouldn't ever duplicate this unless we ever get the direct order from Yah.
Yeah, I wouldn't attempt this one. You might
All right.
actually end up with a dolphin.
Do
Okay,
not, do not
let's-
attempt it home.
Yeah, do not attempt at home. All right, let's continue on, guys. 20. And again, people yell at us for being silly. We don't mean to be silly. These are just some interesting things. If we can't laugh, I mean, what good is life? All right, 20. And he made the boards for the tabernacle of shittim wood standing up. The length of the board was 10 cubits, and the breadth of a board 1 cubit and a half. One board had 2 tenons, equally distant one from another. Thus did he make for all the boards of the tabernacle. And he made the boards for the tabernacle, 20 boards for the south side southward. And 40 sockets of silver he made under the 20 boards. 2 sockets under one board for his 2 tenons, and 2 sockets under one board for his 2 tenons. What did you guys say? Did you guys say sockets?
Yep.
Okay. What?
This one says projection.
Under each projected. Well, that's for tenons. 24, right? Yeah. 2 bases. Bases are what you're looking at right there. Eli's looking from the side, trying to read this because he's my side dude. Okay. Yeah, 25, right?
Yep.
And for the other side of the tabernacle, which is toward the north corner, he made 20 boards. And there are 40 sockets of silver, 2 sockets under one board, and 2 sockets under another board. And for the sides of the tabernacle westward, he made 6 boards. And 2 boards made he for the corners of the tabernacle in the 2 sides. And they were coupled beneath and coupled together at the head thereof to one ring. Thus he did to both of them in both the corners. It would be amazing to have a video watching this come together, just like exactly what we're reading here, because I have no idea, honestly. And there were 8 boards, and their sockets were 16 sockets of silver, under every board 2 sockets. And he made bars of shittim wood, 5 for the boards of the one side of the tabernacle. So I'm guessing these are like some kind of walls or something. The walls inside of this. Anyone an idea?
I don't know. This is where it gets complex.
The boards maybe the floor. They could be the walls.
8 boards and the silver sockets.
Yeah,
I think it's because of the sockets. I think this is still a wall to put all the curtains in.
And he made bars of shittim wood, 5 for the boards of the one side of the tabernacle, and 5 bars for the boards of the other side of the tabernacle, and 5 bars for the boards of the tabernacle for the sides westward.
Try saying that 5 times.
That was really hard.
It's like boards, bars.
Bars. Okay, and he made the middle bar to shoot through the boards from one end to the other, and he overlaid the boards with gold. Those boards got heavy, and made their rings of gold to be places for the bars, and overlaid the bars with gold. So this is a lot like the ark, is what I envision the ark, or like the sacrifice table, right? Mm-hmm. I think they made it of wood, and then they like put gold over it because you don't have to have something you can't burn, right? If you just had any wood exposed on any of the stuff, it's
Does
just
gold burn though?
No, it'd be
No, it's
super
really,
hot.
really hot temperature.
Super hot. It's like a really they've mastered it. Aaron had it mastered making the molten calf. that was
Dude,
that was
that was
he
hot
was
fire.
the works.
That was really
He was
hot.
the works in the gold. He should have been put at the temple after that one.
Yeah. Nobody ever said the calf looked good. It looked like a badger or something. I mean, it probably didn't even look like a goat.
Golden dolphin.
Yeah,
It was the calf.
the golden badger. Okay, and he made a veil of blue and purple and scarlet and fine twined linen with cherubim made he it of cunning work. And he made thereunto 4 pillars of shittim wood and overlaid them with gold. Their hooks were of gold, and he cast for them 4 sockets of silver. And he made a hanging for the tabernacle door of blue and purple and scarlet and fine twined linen of needlework. All right, guys, what is Yah's favorite colors?
Scarlet, purple, and blue.
Blue, purple, scarlet. That's Yah's favorite colors of all times, which is crazy. How much of that is in the rainbow? Just one, right? Blue.
Well, there's purple and red.
Oh, there's purple in the rainbows,
And there's red.
and scarlet is red.
It's reddish.
It's like a color of red.
It's like ish.
Like tint of red, I don't know.
Shiny red. I guess.
All right, and the pillars of it, 38, and the pillars of it with their hooks, and he overlaid their chapiters and their fillets with gold, but their 5 sockets were of brass. Did you guys say fillets?
And his 5 columns with their hooks. He overlaid their tops and their rings with gold, but their 5 sockets were bronze.
Okay, that
Overlaid the tops of the posts and their bands with gold.
it is so hard to get a good translation. Okay, and we don't honestly know what it says.
But that's why we got several different translations. Try
Yes.
to put the best of it together.
Yes, and as long as people often scold me when I tell people to read the NIV for easy reading because they're like, it's a terrible translation, and it absolutely is, but they all are, right? And so as long as you know the name of our Messiah, which is what, Eli?
Yahoshua or Yeshua. Or
How would you spell that?
Yeshua or Yahusha.
Yeah, Yahushua, like Joshua with a Y. All right, everybody. So hit it, Kit.
I just want to say one thing, like in life, when we at the beginning of this and we see Betzael and Oliab, where they had jobs, they knew how to do these jobs, right? It was put on their hearts. Yah might give you something in life that gives you a skill to prepare you for the kingdom, and I think you should take that skill as something, as a blessing from Yah. He's trying to get you to where it is, where you need to be, because one day you may end up having some gold work if that's what Yah has you put into. You gotta listen to what Yah's plans are for you, because He's going to, everything prepares you for the kingdom, whether it is you are a gold worker or whether it is you are something else. He may have you build His temple one day.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I mean, I could tell you that is our Creator has preserved not this family for a time such as this, but just of the stuff we are doing extracurricular wise. Everybody has a plan. Everybody has a purpose. And right now, with the amount of souls that are being stolen by Hasatan across this world, we need to be a light in this darkness. We need to be a candle where there is really just tremendous darkness. If you look at the world overall, it is a very dark place. It is turned into a very, very dark place with very bad intent for everybody. And if you are a child of the Most High, we would hope that you guys are smart enough not to be deceived by the great deception that came and it went. And this is what it is. It's about being strong. It's about bringing all of this stuff to the kingdom to come. And we don't know where this is going to be. We don't know what kind of exodus we're going to have. We don't know if we're going to end up being martyrs for Yah, which is something we could very well do. So we all have to be prepared for all of that. And yeah, we will be, He created all of us, and we have special skills for all of this. Now let's touch on something real quick before we go. It is Shabbat for everybody, and it's not going to be Shabbat for us, but it will be very soon anyway. And so what do we do on Shabbat? Nicole, tell us a little bit about preparation day on Shabbat. How do you take care of this family?
I prepare all the meals so that everybody has food to eat.
What does that mean? Prepare the meals. How does this go down?
Depends on what I make, but if I'm doing like say potatoes or something, I cut up all the potatoes, I pre-cook them in the oven, and then I put them in the crock pot so that we have them for the next day. Or I make muffins for breakfast.
And the potatoes, we will bake the day before, make sure they're all like cooked so it doesn't take forever in the crock pot. And so muffins are super simple, and we do that the day before, like on preparation day. What else?
I clean the house, make sure everything is swept so there's no dirt on the floor that I'm staring at, driving me crazy all on Shabbat.
Yeah, we fill up all our waters. We make sure all of our tanks are full. We cut an extra set of grass for all of our cows, and sometimes when we keep all of our cows in, there's a lot of grass, and so it's a lot of work to prepare for that day. So, but what are some of the benefits? What are some of the blessings, Jade, that people will receive? What should they expect to, if they've just starting to keep Shabbat? What would they start to expect?
Well, they should expect rest and recharge. They should be expecting blessings. Their lives should be more fulfilled. They should have that one day off that God told them to do, and they'll be blessed for following that day.
Yeah, what do you think, Gabe?
You definitely feel more replenished if that's something people need in their lives. You cannot work a full 7 days a week for 8 hours a day without feeling completely drained. You always need that one day to rest. You need that one day to recharge. And there's lots of blessings that come with it. There's lots of peace that comes with it. Your mind resets when you are not focused on the world, when you are focused on Yah, when you are focused on the Word and what is in it. You're not focused on the world. You are resetting your mind, resetting your soul on this whole thing, giving yourself more peace than what you had the week before.
Yeah, we put away everything that we have. We run a little truth website called 153news.net, and again, it is not for children. It's a place for truth, and truth is actually a very dirty, horrible, evil thing. But you will not get a hold of us there. You will not get a hold of us on anything like that. Everything we have, we try to put away from us. We don't care what's happening in the world. We don't care, anything that is going on, and we try to make it as peaceful as possible.
And when you first start, it's kind of difficult to just take a whole day and rest, because if you're not used to resting a whole day, you're like, I should be working, I should be doing something. So it takes some time to ease into it to where you enjoy that rest. Like, you're like, I can't wait for it to be here so that I can have that rest.
Yeah, and it was very difficult. The first few times I started keeping Shabbat, by the time 5 and 6 o'clock rolled around the next day, I was just like, man, this day is never, ever going to end. And then you start taking the rest, and you start getting that it is a full, true day of rest. From sunset Friday night to sunset Saturday night, it is the day of rest. And there are no other days that are blessed. And here is, we'll touch on one thing that I believe the correct calendar is probably at torahcalendar.com. Here is the problem when you guys keep lunar Shabbats and keep all of these other Shabbats, is if you are not keeping the 7-day cycle and the 50-year Jubilees, then you're keeping this wrong. You cannot have, say, a middle of the year start 2 days after a Shabbat, because you do not have a 7-day cycle. Our Creator is smart enough and intelligent enough, and has engineered time and all this stuff to where He has cycles of 7. And if you are not in the cycle of 7 and you're keeping a Shabbat, say on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, and then you go another year and you keep it on a Wednesday or Thursday, you're getting out of the cycle. It should not restart. And if you are restarting, then all of your days are going to be wrong. Your Jubilees are going to be wrong. Your Feast of Pesach is going to be wrong. Everything is going to be wrong. So I've come to the conclusion, even though we are complete flat earthers, I do not believe that we're on a spinning ball like a bunch of monkeys flying through space at enormous miles per hour. Torahcalendar.com they go off, what they see in the sky. But I believe there's enough deceit and deception that we don't. The stars wander, right? The stars, and we can see all of this stuff, and that's what they talk about. And all they are tricked on is that we're revolving in a circle. And I believe that we are foundation. We have 4 winds coming from all 4 corners of the world, and there's nowhere it ever says we're wobbling or spinning or any of this kind of crazy stuff. In fact, it says, our Creator says it's a footstool above Him, and if we're going 1,000 miles an hour, that's a terrible footstool. It's just going to knock you to the ground. So, gentlemen, do you guys have anything else on Shabbat that you guys can help these guys out with? Anybody out there?
Enjoy the day. Try to just rest. Take away all the world. Let it go. And just focus on Yah. Let all your worries go away that day.
Yeah, and James Block has, I mean, if there is somebody who's probably going to be singing in Yah's choir at some point, or at least a musician or something, he may not be singing, but he does have, James, you could tell he's a loved soul by Yah, and look up his music. You can put it on, whatever mix, and just listen to his stuff. It's real slow, it's real quiet, it's real biblical. He completely goes through, all sorts of stuff, and it's great music for Shabbat as well. All right, guys, let's wrap this up. We've gone long enough on this. Everybody's probably tired if you're still with us. Much love to everybody out there, our digital family. Huge hugs and high fives. And, one day I'll give each other physical high fives, big hugs. Anything else, gentlemen?
Read your Bibles, get some rest. Shabbat shalom.
All right, Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shalom.